Greetings, everyone. DFG at Gideon's Flight. Hey, guys, I want to talk to you about a couple of things today. First, a little history about Central Park. And then right after that, I want to talk to you also about some information around one of our forefathers, Abraham, and some historical facts that are very similar to things that are going on right now that we should all know and be reminded of to keep us not only encouraged, but to keep us also, informed. So I'm going to take you from the book. Y'all know what I mean, from our history book, right? So, the cipher. By now, if you're a follower of this channel and you're a believer and you profess, the concept of Christianity, not necessarily Christianity in its impurity, but the faith in its purity, then you should have already invested in a cipher Bible. Because the reason I say that is that this particular has the book of Enoch, the book of Joshua, Jubilees, Ezra, 3rd, 4th Ezra, Edith, Bel and the Dragon, etc., etc. Many of the books that your King James Version originally had but was taken out, and now you don't have that information. And those are many of those books are called the apocryphal books. And those books were removed with the exception of Revelations because the producers of this book, the publishers of this book, hundreds of years ago did not want the Hebrew, the slave from Negro land, the so-called Negro here on Turtle Island, in the South, all of the Americas, from South America all the way up through Canada, wanted to hide from us certain facts and truth about who we were so that they can continue to whitewash our history and give us no history outside of being taken out of the jungles of Africa, sold by Africans to the detriment of the culture itself, so that we would have no hope in our homeland, nor no hope in a present land. And I'm going to remind you one more time, did Africans sell Africans? The answer to that is yes and no. I did say yes and no. Yes, Africans, Libya, Egypt, Ethiopia, pretty much most of the continent of Africa, sold Negroes. But they weren't selling Africans, they were selling, again, Negroes out of Negro land, formerly the Gold Coast. Hebrews who had migrated down from Jerusalem, down through Africa, to the farthest reaches of West Africa to the sea, escaping Rome and all of the slaughters, the Greek, Roman, Europeans, who were dead set on wiping us off the planet after 70 AD. And we were able to go to Africa because we could blend in from a hue standpoint with the African. But the African never saw us as their brothers because we were not. They were heathens just like their Roman heathen cousins. And they despised and hated us as well. And when the Romans and the Arabs came down, the Muslims came down looking for slaves, who did they do? Who did they sell into slavery? Us, the Negro, so-called, the Hebrew. That's the African selling African lie. And that is the African selling African truth. Yes, we were in Africa for hundreds of years, I might add, escaping, Nero and the rest of the wicked Europeans, only to later on be sold out by the African who never wanted us in Africa, but because we were blessing the lands all around us, allowed us to exist there for a season as America, but under subjection to bigotry, to hatred, to ostracize, until they finally had an opportunity to monetize themselves at our expense, and then they sold us out to the Arabs and to the Muslims, who sold us to the Jews, the fake ones, of course, and we ended up in the Americas, from South America all the way to Northern America. Okay? This was hidden. These books were hidden so that we would never be able to identify who we really are, so that we could continue to be manipulated, ostracized, whitewashed into non-existence, as though that makes any sense. Every man has an origin, except for the so-called Negro. But now you know. You've always had your origin. It was hidden right in plain sight. It was hidden from you right here in the book. Man, I always want to end this video right here. Seriously, I almost want to just say, you know what? That's enough of meat and potatoes, and it shouldn't even get any deeper in there than that. And I think I'm going to do just that, okay? On this particular video, I want you to think about that. I want you to reflect on that. I want you to get your Cipher Bible. I want you to start learning about yourself. Get those apocryphal books. That's how you're going to empower yourself to be the overcomer, to be the kings and the queens. You follow me? The royalty of the house of Jacob. You, the Hebrew, so-called Negro, so-called African American, the so-called black man in the Americas. Love you guys, DFG. I'll be right back. But you chew on that fact. Bye now.